Because it's your thing.
Yeah, but you're part of this too.
I understand that, but that's just what you do. You're the voice. I'm just this weird guy who sounds funny.
You don't sound all that funny.
I kind of sound like Patrick Mahomes. I kind of have that Kermit the Frog kind of thing going on.
Oh, so you're like a guy with like sounds like Kermit and has a weird fucking younger brother dancing behind you all the time?
Yes. Probably.
But
somewhere.
Well, it'd be nice if you fucking lifted the load once in a while and maybe you would open the show, but
What?
I guess I'll do it.
All right, go ahead.
Welcome into Wideside Sports. Seth has something to say.
I guess. So, probably not a lot of people know. Listen, I have a child already, young, turned 1 a couple months ago. We're expecting again, and like some of the other people that I work with found out, and they're like, "Oh, congratulations!" Like, thanks. And then I left the room, and I'm going back to my classroom, and I'm thinking to myself, it's really weird when other people compliment the guy for being pregnant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're congratulating me for finishing in my wife. Like, that's the only thing. That's the only thing that came to my mind is that, like, oh, thanks. You came in your wife, and that's how it happened. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. And in my heart of hearts, I wanted to say that, but I did not, because my boss is in the same room that I was just in.
Now, do you ever think, like, in their mind going, those motherfuckers think I'm lazy, can't even pull out. Yeah. I'm too lazy to pull out. That's what they're thinking in their head.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, congratulate the woman, because she's carrying the thing. But yeah, I always find that weird when they congratulate the guy, because I really had the littlest to do with it. Like seconds,
Oh, I thought that was a penis thing.
No, I mean, kind of. We're getting into it. I mean,
if we're going to go there, let's fucking go there.
Well, let's just say I took the tape measure out of the room, okay? I was a little embarrassed.
I get to choose where it starts.
But yeah, so I mean, I just found that weird, and I wanted to tell somebody that, and I told my wife that, and she called me disgusting. So I wanted to tell somebody who think it was funny. So
yeah,
there you go.
Now everybody knows.
Yeah, exactly.
I get your point though.
Yeah,
because you do nothing.
Yes, exactly.
Literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
And everything is, well, I grew. You're in an era apart from mine.
Yeah,
like you are the people that have not you people.
Oh God.
Your age bracket, we'll say that way.
It's better.
Has like diaper parties.
Yeah.
That was never a fucking thing. Like nothing was ever done male wise. It was always mother.
Yeah. And when I first heard about this, I was like, what do you mean? Like, I know the party is pretty self-explanatory. You just bring diapers, but
bring diapers and drink beer. That's basically
it's just
what
an
it is.
excuse to get together and get drunk and
play golf.
Play golf.
Because 90% of them happen at golf courses.
Mine did. Yeah.
That's a weird thing. Maybe, then there's bridal like everything is.
I don't like the shower thing for the first one, and then now Now, I didn't know this until there's a possibility of the next one being a girl.
50-50 chance, I say.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Not in this day and age. Can't say that.
Can't say that. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm going to sit on that. You just go ahead and you talk.
But I didn't know this. If you have a party of gifts for your second child, it's not called a shower.
What is it?
It's called a sprinkle.
That sounds like someone getting pissed on.
I know. Yeah. It's a sprinkle party or something like that.
Sounds like that guy that got pissed on by that girl singing on the stage last week. That was fucking crazy.
That was crazy.
Let's not get off the baby subject.
But but
it's called a sprinkle. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. And I was like, well, why wouldn't they call it a bath?
Yeah,
like because it's like secondary.
Yeah, because that's what weird people do. They take baths.
Yeah, exactly.
So second. I get it.
Yeah, but I didn't know that until one of the ladies was like, well, if it's a girl, we'll throw a sprinkle shower or a sprinkle party. I was like, what the f? What do you mean?
Now, do they mean like sprinkle like a little bit of water? Is that what it's talking about, or is it sprinkles like for cupcakes?
It's not supposed to be as big as a shower because it's not as important as your first one, I guess.
See, now that is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Because now you're basically saying your second. Hey,
yeah.
This kid is Jesus.
Yeah.
And the second kid
is Judas.
I almost said Hitler.
Oh, God.
Hitler. Third kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chucky.
Yeah, I just thought it was weird because we're both second to third kids, right? You're
I'm
the
a
youngest.
third. Yeah,
I'm the
youngest.
second.
I'm
so,
a nobody.
Yeah.
You know.
He's like, oh, God, here
My
we go.
sister
Yeah.
obviously was treated, like dad's little girl. Any problems, it was me and my brother's fault.
Yeah.
That was, that happened. But that's, if your second child happens to be a daughter, your first child will feel the same way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because she will get her way with dad. That's just the way it works.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I guess my brother would have been the sprinkle. And then I'm just a fucking
pile of shit.
Fuck up. Shit. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Shit. And another one.
Another one? Damn it. I thought I pulled out.
This one's going to be a real fucking job.
Yeah.
Didn't know we were going to get one that couldn't be bothered for anything.
Yeah.
Which I had. It was one, because obviously you know me well enough, and some of the people listening know me, I was talking with somebody, and it was, someone was doing, a friend of mine was doing something that happened to be a friend of this guy's too.
Okay.
And he goes, oh, I didn't know that so-and-so was doing this. I said, yeah, they told me that. And he goes, well, what's up with that? I said, I don't know. I'm a shitty friend. I didn't even ask any follow-up questions. He said that and was waiting.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care.
That sounds about
It really didn't affect me. So
yeah, sounds about right. I mean,
yeah.
It's kind of how you do things.
All right. Well, we've known each other long enough that you should know that I don't care.
Uh-huh. Happy for you.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Is this story about me?
Yeah.
Then I've lost interest. Or does it affect my life? It doesn't? Then I don't care.
I'm good. Good job.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Mm.
All right. Well, that's the program. A short one this week. Just talk about how we treat second kids. Anything after the first child is shit.
Pretty much what I'm hearing.
Good ding. All right.
So
what did we miss? We suck at football.
We can't pick where the fuck now.
We lost what's his name? Won FanDuel this week.
Was it Spencer won this week? Yeah, fuck him.
He's an insider. He shouldn't be in that.
No, that's bullshit. I'm surprised he doesn't pick all Ohio State people as much as he fucking blows them. I know he works for him, but still.
Not really. He works for a company that blows him.
You're right. They do a good job of it, too.
They really do.
They do. I mean, they do a really good job of. Yep. Cradle the balls.
Actually, he does good stuff. I gave him some retweets. I don't know him.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever met him, to be honest.
You might not have.
Unless he was at the golf course with you or
Probably
something
a couple times, maybe. To see him, you might know.
But then
what
again,
I
couldn't be bothered to meet him because I didn't care.
Because it had nothing to do with you.
Now I might care to meet him now because he might be able to,
Yeah, help us out a little bit.
do something.
Yeah.
A
little Wideside-esque.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I like I follow his content.
Yeah, he does a good job. Yeah, but fuck him. I mean, we had to,
he's just going to take our money and not even
say hi or anything. I mean, I haven't seen him in a long time, so fuck him.
Not even say what's up.
Didn't even say hey. Like, he didn't even talk shit afterwards.
Yeah, you figured he'd text you and say, hey, your money's nice.
At least Hunsinger had the audacity to talk shit after he won last week to me. I mean, that was... Yeah.
Pissing on people. Him and that fucking lady. Maybe they're even form a fucking band together. And him sitting there going, I didn't win this week. Fucking leave me out of it. But I
did terrible. I might have been last. I didn't check.
I texted you during the day of I can't put the right team in the Wideside one.
I can't either. I have won every week in the main one.
And I do, and it's
nothing in ours.
That's 3 weeks in a row that my lineup in the main one.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what I'll do is I get the Wideside lineup, and then I'll put that one in the main one too, just because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then I just do a main one.
Mm-hmm.
In 3 weeks in a row, if my main one would have been in the Wideside, I would have won 3 weeks in a row. Yeah. So I don't. I won money on last night's fucking game.
Did you?
Yeah, because I
have all Patriots players.
I was smart enough to put the kicker on my team.
Nice.
Got 16 points.
Yeah, old Nick Folk.
But I put 2 lineups in, and I fucking cashed on both of them. So I had $2 with the I got like $9 back.
Still.
But hey, that's a profit, man.
Yeah, it's a profit.
You never go broke getting a profit.
No.
Now, if it's an $8 or a $6, $7 profit,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to go all that far.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the bad part is like the Monday night games, the Thursday night games, even the Sunday night games are all like $9 to enter, unless you do some of the other ones.
I on those I'll get in the dollar ones because
like $9.
Then I get in the $1 million one, obviously assuming to win, but I never do. See, back when I first started these, like you won $1 million.
Yeah, I know.
Now it's like you win 400. Like
now they pay out $1 million.
Yeah,
but the winner's like 300,000.
And I get it because you got to have more people. Because I think the way that's going is like the daily fantasy.
Yeah,
like once your state opens up to sportsbook, and FanDuel gets in there, I think they've seen that the daily fantasy in that state starts going down.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're picking a guy, why wouldn't you just bet him as an anytime touchdown scorer, or at plus 140, or that
exactly.
they're finding a way. Well, I can just put this $10 over here, and but the Wideside will continue on because that's fun.
It is very fun. I haven't won yet,
and not profitable at all for us. Just fucking nothing but losing money over here at Wideside Sports.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, you want to talk college football?
Let's do it. SEC's got a big week this week. Fucking.
They don't play anybody anymore, man.
There's only like 3 games that consist of 2 SEC schools playing each other.
That's weird.
And I did put that out. I'm sure you saw that. I did. I can read this off here as soon as I find it. Give me 1 second here,
I'll
folks.
give you a
Hold
second.
with me.
I mean, I just don't understand how in the middle to end of September, you have 3 games where people are playing SEC schools.
November.
That's what I said.
You said September.
That's what I meant.
Basically, it's the second to last week of the season.
Yeah.
Georgia, number 1 team in the country, playing Charleston Southern.
Yeah.
Texas A&M playing Prairie View.
Basically,
Basically, Georgia ends the season. Their last 2 weeks, they don't play an SEC school.
No, that's
because they play Georgia Tech next week.
Yeah.
Kentucky's playing New Mexico State, so apparently New Mexico State's in the SEC now.
Yeah.
Mississippi State playing Tennessee State. So Alabama's playing Arkansas, which is a fuck up for them.
Uh-huh.
Because Arkansas's not as shitty as normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, they'll score.
Oh, yeah.
At least 10. I mean, there's no doubt Alabama's winning that game.
Oh, for sure.
Missouri and Florida, I didn't even know they had football teams anymore. South Carolina, I know. Auburn's playing South Carolina.
There you go.
Ole Miss and Vanderbilt. And then Tennessee, South Alabama, and LSU's playing University of Louisiana Monroe. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Oh, man.
It just means more down here. We take football seriously. Doesn't seem like it.
No.
Sure doesn't seem like it.
It's weird. It's weird this year, especially because the SEC isn't as dominant as they have been in the past.
No.
I mean, usually there's at least 5.
Yeah.
That are tough. At least 5. Now there's 2.
Yeah.
And after those 2, it gets real low.
There's not even 2, because let's be honest, Alabama's not making the playoff this year.
Probably not. Probably not.
I mean, and that's me just saying that I think Georgia's going to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
And if they have 2 losses, they're not getting in.
So I found it weird this week of the way that the college football committee did their top 6.
Okay.
So in my mind, when they put Michigan ahead of Michigan State, all that told me was Ohio State wins out, they're 2 or 3 because they're going to jump Oregon.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it told me because they don't care about the head-to-head because obviously Michigan State beat Michigan. That's the only thing that it's telling me that that's okay to do.
Yeah.
And you're lining up Ohio State with 2 top 10 teams at the end of the season, which are going to be the best ranked opponents that anybody of the top 4's played.
Yeah.
Besides the Georgia and the Alabama one.
What? In my rankings thought, too, is that Notre Dame's not a quality win for Cincinnati.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yet they're 8th.
Yeah.
Which I find weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, Notre Dame's not that good. They're ranked 8th.
Yeah.
They're in the top 10. But it's like three teams in the top 10 have wins over a top 10 school, and only one of them's in the top 4.
Yeah.
one of them's undefeated and the other one's only got one loss.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are we fucking doing here?
Yeah. That's the way that I took it, as one, as an Ohio State fan, two, to piggyback off what I said originally, was if Alabama does beat Georgia, those two are in.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's all. I think everybody kind of gets that.
If Alabama beats Georgia and everybody else wins out, and I know some of them play each other, but it'd be Ohio State, or if they went out, then it's Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama number 1.
Yeah.
Georgia number 3. Oregon number 2. Ohio State number 4. That's your playoff. That's what they're saying right now. If this is how we feel this is going to work out, this is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously they're thinking head to head doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Or Michigan State would be ahead of Michigan.
Right.
That's what I got out of it.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter.
Because that's the funny thing is we think basically all the criteria they gave to Michigan,
mm-hmm.
and I'm not. Obviously, I'm a Ohio State fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Ohio State should be ranked ahead of Oregon. I do not.
Either. No, I don't either.
But I'm saying that because the argument, if it works for Michigan, it works for Ohio
mm-hmm.
State. They said, we feel that Michigan's a better team.
Mm-hmm.
The stats show that they're a better team.
Yeah.
They just got beat by Michigan State that
mm-hmm.
week.
Yeah.
Well, all that's the same for Ohio State.
Yeah. All the stats say that they're better.
Yeah.
I mean, they just end up getting beat.
But it's it's one of those things. Now they're pushing for an Ohio State Michigan showdown, which I don't know why they would do that, because it makes them no money.
Yeah.
And then again, people like us fucking talk about it for 15 minutes when it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
3 weeks from now is when it actually matters.
Yeah. The cool part, I think, is we're gonna get a really good game in 2 weeks. That rivalry could be back.
Which one?
Michigan and Ohio State.
How so?
They're playing for something. If Michigan beats Ohio State and wins the Big Ten championship, they're going to the playoffs.
Rivalry's only back if Michigan beats Ohio State.
I get that point.
Now, if Ohio State goes out and takes a shit on their chest, it's just, same old Michigan. Go out and beat nobody. They lost to fucking Michigan State. And,
Yeah.
They play Penn State this week?
Who?
Michigan.
They already did.
They already play Penn State?
I thought so.
Or does Michigan State play Penn State?
Michigan State plays Ohio State.
That's right.
Michigan plays Maryland.
Oh, they played them a couple weeks, or the week before Ohio State played them, or something like that.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a different tone to the rivalry game because there's a little bit more on the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like last year, they had 2 losses coming in. There was nothing wanting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than the fact that say that you beat Ohio State, there was nothing else ramping it up.
Well, this is the reason, because I remember a few years ago, and it's like, well, this is the year that Michigan beats Ohio State. So Ohio State just wasn't any good.
Yeah.
And then scores fucking
60
on them. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, Michigan's terrible. Yeah. But this is the year, because I just walking under the assumption that Michigan doesn't even have a fucking chance. Like, it's not like Ohio State's going to not blow them out, but Ohio State's going to win that game.
Yeah.
So this will be the year that Michigan gets them.
Yeah.
Because when you start to feel that way, that's kind of when...
I don't feel that way. I don't feel like I honestly do not feel like Ohio State can go in there. They're very inconsistent.
Yeah.
When they're on, they're fucking on. Last week, they were fucking on.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, they weren't. They're so inconsistent, you don't know which one you're getting.
Yeah, but I feel that way against Michigan.
Yeah.
They're kind of the...
Yeah.
I mean, they played out... I mean, they should have got beat by Rutgers. They should have, kind of that same...
Yeah, I get it.
Show me.
Uh-huh.
That's basically what next week's game is. Hey, Michigan, even if Ohio State loses to Michigan State, it's Michigan coming to Ohio State, or playing Ohio State in your own stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Show me.
Yeah.
It's now or never.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 'cause Harbaugh's getting... If he gets blown out, is he getting shit canned?
I don't know.
Or maybe you just accept that, hey, we're not... They're on a... If you haven't accepted that that Ohio State's on a different level, then,
something's up.
You're an idiot. I mean...
Yeah. I as of right now, I don't feel anybody's getting past Alabama or Georgia.
No. Alabama, no. I think Ohio State beat Alabama.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Alabama's any good.
Oh. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think Ohio State's any good. I have no confidence if they would.
I think
go
Ohio
play.
State's offense is okay. I think Alabama's offense is a step behind Ohio State's, which is different for them.
Yeah.
And Alabama's defense is just not good.
No,
it's just kind of like Ohio State's of like you can put up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like it'd be a shootout.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. There's just that. I don't know. I'm just being a pessimist right now.
Ohio State's going to beat Georgia, to be honest with you.
They very well could have.
I think Georgia might be the worst team in the country. I've never liked Georgia.
I know, yeah.
They're probably going to win it all this year, I assume, just because there's not any good teams, and that's the only year that a Georgia team could win it.
Yeah.
But
I still don't believe in that offense, though.
I don't either. Because they haven't... Well, they put up 60 against somebody you can't even name the team that they did it against.
Like you beat Kentucky and Arkansas that were ranked.
Your offense scored 3 points against Clemson. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Your defense scored more points against Florida than your offense.
Yeah, they've had multiple games where the defense scored more than their offense did. I don't know. I think their defense is legit, though.
Oh yeah, god damn. But that's really, what I feel like is going to give. If we get a 1 Georgia against a 4 Ohio State, if that's a first round game,
I kind of want to see that.
I do too. I feel like the way that they play their defense is going to fuck Stroud. Fuck him up in his head.
Yeah.
Because they blitz a ton.
Yeah.
Nobody's blitzed Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's afraid of if they get the ball out, something they could burn. But I think Georgia's like, nah, fuck it. We're still doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that also can be hey, we're happy to throw this hot pattern to
But are they?
3 of the best guys.
But are they, though?
Well, they showed that last week. They took what they were given, and it
works.
Out.
Yeah.
You don't have to chuck it 50 yards down the field. You can throw it 7. That guy might run for 50.
Yeah.
That's what Alabama does.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, now, granted, they hit deep shots, too, but the bulk of their shit happens between 7 and 12 yards.
Yeah, I tell you
what, I don't know why I picked 12. I could have said 15, but that seemed like too much.
7 and 12 is good.
I figured 12's right behind the backers ahead of the safety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of
your
15's getting into your deep shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
but with the Georgia thing going and I always put this to NFL, like a good quality offense, when you start blitzing your ass off, you end up getting lit up.
You do.
Because you got a lot of one.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you throw it to Garrett Wilson, and he makes one guy miss, it's a 60-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
That's where that shit starts.
And I tell you, and having 3 dudes is pretty legit, too.
Yeah.
Because that Smith and Jigba, oh, my God, is he good.
He's just turned it on. I mean, the fact that he's the leading receiver.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know he had his breakout game against Nebraska where he caught everything, but it's crazy of that stacked of a room, and he wasn't even one of the ones mentioned.
Yeah. Well, here's one of Olave as a Biletnikoff finalist.
Yeah.
Not even the leading receiver. He's not even top 2 on the team.
On the team, I know. It's crazy.
Now, granted, he gets the bulk of all the double coverage and safety overs and all that shit, and people notice that, but I kind of want to see it because honestly, I think that Georgia would shell up and wouldn't pressure as much of the. I think they would take more of that. How you're seeing people play the Chiefs of no, we're going to drop back because we don't think you're disciplined enough to just take these little dink and dunk things.
Yeah,
and then we're going to pick you off when you go deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, could happen. But I am excited. I want the playoffs to happen so bad. Just to see where your team's at. Because those top 4 teams, Oregon's not a very good football team.
No.
I don't think they are. They're coached really, really well. They're very disciplined. They're good in their running scheme. Their passing is not very efficient. If they are one of the few college teams whose run dictates their pass.
Yeah.
It is. Now it's a new school way of doing it. A lot of zone and reads and stuff like that, but if they're not running the football, they can't just drop back and pass.
Right.
Everything is off of a read, an RPO, a play action, something. And I think when you play Georgia, what are they really good at? Stopping the run. Alabama, they're really good in their front 7. I just don't think that's going to go well for them.
That's the Georgia thing, because here's how I would see it. I would think if Alabama beats Georgia, okay, you're going to have Georgia jump to number 1. How far do you drop
For Alabama?
or how far do you drop Georgia?
Oh,
I'm sorry. Alabama.
You said it backwards.
I'm sorry.
Alabama jumps to
Alabama
1.
would jump to 1 if they beat them in the. I think. I mean, probably not going to rank you number 1 after you just lost your last game.
Probably not.
So they would now. Would Georgia fall to 2 or 3? Because that's an important distinction. Because if they drop to 2, would you start off with Alabama and Ohio State, or would you jump Ohio State over Oregon and have Ohio State, Georgia? No, with that thought that Alabama's going to beat Oregon.
So
then you either have a rematch or you have the big money game.
Here's my thought on that. They would have to play each other again in the SEC championship game.
Who?
Georgia and Alabama. Oh, no, that's
the only time they're playing.
Sorry. My fault. If that would happen, I think they go to 2. Ohio State wins their next 3.
Jumps Oregon.
You're getting the Alabama,
Oregon,
Ohio State, Georgia.
That's what makes sense to me. That would be the setup because assuming Alabama's going to beat Oregon, and then either Ohio State or Georgia wins, you're good either way.
Yeah.
Because you're either getting a rematch of an SEC game or you're getting a money game with Ohio State that's going to break the records. Alabama, Ohio State again for championships going to break, people are going to watch. I
don't feel now if you're going based off of just how do I want to say this? Because the way that it should be is different than maybe the way that we're talking. If you're going by the way it should be, just based on who's beat who,
right?
It would go Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Ohio State. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the way that they just put the other thing says otherwise. I don't think we want rematches the first round of the college playoffs.
Right.
I don't think we wanted Alabama, Georgia. I don't think we want an Oregon, Ohio State. I think you want to swap
it's going to be,
or people are just going to bitch.
Yeah.
Now, do they care? No, because they've done other things to make people bitch too. But I feel like if you're going after money and views, I don't think I'm fidgety today.
You are. I mean, it's like how many times you go slap that microphone right now?
Sorry, I don't feel like you're going to do that. I think you want something different. So the Alabama, Oregon, 1 and 4, 2 and 3, Georgia, Ohio State. I feel like that's something that's going to be interesting.
Because I think it's a boring. The only way it's an exciting thing to happen is if Georgia beats Alabama. Now it's exciting to see the final playoff ranking. Because now what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to put a 2-loss Alabama. Or maybe you do.
Yeah.
And that'd be... But then you'd have Georgia, Alabama right off the bat because you can't have Alabama ranked number 2 or 3 with 2 losses.
Yeah.
But Alabama losing and having 2 losses, say they're out, now you're opening up a whole world of fucking... Because Cincinnati's in.
Yeah.
Unless you choose to not have them in. And are you going to jump Michigan State in there because they got boat raced by Ohio State? Now this is assuming Ohio State beats Michigan, so they're out. Are you gonna jump Notre Dame over fucking Cincinnati? Because after these weeks play out, Notre Dame will be right behind Cincinnati as long as they don't lose.
The way I think at that point in time, I think you have to throw Cincinnati a bone.
I do too. You have to.
I think you have to just to.
Here's Georgia.
Yep.
Which they just played last year, so it'd be a rematch of a game that Cincinnati probably should have won.
Yeah, but I don't know because they've given people opportunities who've never been in a championship game.
Yeah.
I mean, they let teams in who didn't even play in it at one point in time.
Right.
So who the hell knows?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
But that's like the year like Ohio State got in. They got beat in on a last-second field goal in a rainy game by Michigan State.
Yeah. Ohio State didn't get in that year.
I'm saying they...
Oh.
No, they didn't get in that year.
No, they didn't get in that year.
When was the year they got in?
The following year.
Without winning?
Without winning.
Penn State. Okay.
Yep.
But that was like a 3-point game, 2-point. Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
They're not going to put. I don't feel like Michigan State got boat raced by.
Yeah.
Or Michigan. If Ohio State does what they're supposed to do and just like.
Yeah, it'll be
Michigan State loses by 20. It's like, hey, you're not coming.
If Alabama loses,
not
that's
to mention
gonna,
they just lost by 20 to fucking,
Purdue. I don't. You're not getting another Big Ten team.
No.
You're not.
No.
So you're either
it's
one
Cincinnati or Notre Dame.
It's Cincinnati or Notre Dame, or you just say fuck
Alabama.
it, or 2-loss Alabama. Those are your three options. I'm leaning towards 2-loss Alabama.
Probably would too.
Just if you're going to the original setup of your best four teams, Alabama's still better than Cincinnati.
Yeah. Because they can always fall back. They just said 4 best teams.
Yeah.
And these are the 4 best teams.
Uh-huh.
Now, granted, Oregon has to play Utah twice.
Yeah.
They might not win. They play this week?
This week, yeah. Yeah.
Now, if Oregon loses,
they're done.
And Alabama loses, I think you might get a 2-loss Alabama in there, and then you're probably getting Cincinnati.
Yeah. If Oregon loses,
then you have Ohio State, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Alabama, Georgia. See, that's a weird.
Yeah.
But if you say a 2-loss isn't getting in, and Oregon loses, so now.
Yeah. Now they're in.
Now you're at Cincinnati and Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
Because this is how it's like. Well, Notre Dame's ranked 9th or whatever. It's like, yeah, but Michigan State has to play Ohio State. Mm-hmm. Everybody ranked in front of them has to play Ohio State.
Yeah.
Until they get up to Cincinnati.
It'll be, and you're wanting to push Cincinnati one because they're going to play their conference championship game, and they're going to be the only other one to play in a conference championship game.
Yeah.
If that's what you're pushing.
And you're saying something, too, of now's the year, because it's already announced that Cincinnati's going to the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well let them in.
Yeah.
And then if they get boat raced, which they might, I mean,
who knows?
But then again, I would shock the fuck out of people if they jumped up and beat Georgia.
Yeah.
Could happen. It's,
it's college football.
20-year-old kids.
Yeah.
But if Cincinnati gets boat raced, because now the Big 12 is bringing in, Cincinnati, Central Florida, Houston, and BYU.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, you're not a Power 5 school. We got Power 4 now.
Yeah.
That kind of has the feeling, which I get, you know what? You still have Oklahoma State out there.
Yeah.
With one loss.
Yep.
And if they win out,
who
they'll
knows?
lose.
Yeah.
Because that's what Oklahoma State does. When there's a game they're supposed to win to put them to the next level, they're going to lose big.
I feel, now we've already talked about this, a 2-loss Alabama team, every one of those other fucking conferences are going to be like, let's expand the playoffs. Let's expand the playoffs.
Yeah. Which they should. Been for. I was watching, I don't know how people feel. I like Joel Klatt.
Yeah. I'm indifferent. I don't hate him.
I like his thought.
Uh-huh.
I'm not talking about calling the game.
No, me
He's
either.
okay. I love Gus.
Yeah.
I think they work well together.
They do.
But his little Dr. Pepper things or whatever that he does on YouTube, or he might be on Fox. I see him on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah.
But his explanation of his 12-team playoff is perfect. You can't argue. I would say it's the 4 best, 4 highest ranked conference champions get a bye.
Yeah.
And then the first round of games is played at the best seeds home field. The second round is played at the 4 bye guys. And then let's just get away from tying it into these fucking bowl games because they're garbage and nobody they're not real. And let's go. And it also brings actual meaning to the fucking conference championship games.
Yeah.
Because, well, we know Alabama's going to get in. Yeah, but if you don't win that fucking game, you ain't getting a bye and you're not getting home field.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a big deal.
And I like that because it takes away human error.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes away. Yep. You win.
Hey, these 5 conferences are getting in. Or 6. The 5. Basically, the criteria is all 5 conference champions get in.
Yeah.
The highest ranked, rest of 5 conferences or whatever, like it'd be Cincinnati this year.
Yeah.
Is automatically in.
Okay.
The 4 highest ranked conference champions of those conferences plus the other, Cincinnati, get the bye.
Yeah.
And then you seed out that, and the highest ranked of those get home, of like.
Yeah.
These are 5 automatic bids here.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're guaranteeing that a lower conference is getting a team in. I'm assuming that they have to be ranked in the top 12 or whatever. Or we just wave them off. But
I don't mind that. And like I said, I like Joe Klatt one. He doesn't seem biased towards anybody. It just seems like he's enjoys.
Or is it, he's biased toward Ohio State. It's like because they're on Fox and they carry all the Ohio State fucking games.
Yeah, that's the only reason. And
they're making money. That's what they're trying to do.
That's what they're trying to do.
I was like, well, he's biased for Ohio State. He went to fucking Colorado.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think he's biased
the
towards
one
anybody.
person you could say is biased for Ohio State is Kirk Herbstreit, and he takes it the other direction because
he to spin it away from everybody.
He kind of goes too far sometimes of like, hey, man, just it's okay to be.
Yeah.
Fucking Desmond Howard's up there picking Michigan to win every fucking week.
Yeah, nobody says anything about that.
Nobody cares because that's where he went. That's what college is about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that I haven't watched Game Day in forever because it's bad.
I haven't either. I can't.
The big noon kickoff guy.
No, you're not.
I'm not. I am not.
I don't like to watch any of those things because they don't give me any new information.
No.
They don't.
I don't find it funny anymore.
Now, if I would like to go to a game day just to one time just to say that I went. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would be in the very back because I don't really care to be in all that mess. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't even want to go.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
There it is.
So I've experienced a crowd of people, which I've experienced before.
Yeah.
I'm not a big go to games guy anymore. If it can't be in a suite or something special, for my obvious, spoiledness. Yeah. I'm not on the fucking sideline next to the coach calling plays. I ain't going.
Fuck this. I tell you, when I was in high school still, my cousin was a huge Drew Brees fan as a child. So my grandmother got him tickets to go watch the Bengals. So I took him and my grandpa took him.
I hope they were playing the Saints.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, yeah, they were.
That's a cruel joke of,
oh, yeah.
You're a huge Drew Brees fan? Here's Bengals Lions tickets.
But it was like a week before Christmas when she got us box seats.
Yeah.
Or not box.
Well, box seats are just regular seats.
Okay, well, whatever you want to call them.
That's what they call them. I don't know what, because you think it's something special.
It's not,
it is
but
not.
you just get like all like the premium stuff. Like, yeah, you get to go up and you can watch it inside or you can go down to your seat kind of deal. I tell you what, man, I was so spoiled. Like they bring you stuff. Hey, you want one of these? Like, kind of, but it's like
so where they cut like a club level kind of
club
thing.
Level, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, like man, I can go in and I can go. Sweet, God, this is awesome.
Yeah, that's
guy had to melt the ice off my seat, so I'm gonna stand inside for a little bit.
Because that was the one that I experienced. Obviously, that I've experienced like that when you're just kind of sitting in seats. Was I was in the players section at the Reds game. I had players tickets.
Gotcha.
And it's like waiters come to me. It's like, this is awesome. I'll just tell you what I want. Like, you're going to go get the food, bring it back to like, I don't have to go get a hot dog and beer. Nope. You just bring it to me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Exactly how I want it. That's great.
Yeah. Mustard only.
Yeah. Fucking psychopaths with your mayonnaise and fucking ketchup on your hot dogs. Like you're out there fucking finger popping assholes back there.
Nothing wrong with ketchup on a hot dog.
Or finger banging assholes.
Nothing wrong with that either.
Popping, sorry. Or banging.
Finger banging.
I don't think enough finger banging. That's why you go to the movies. That is a callback from like a fucking year and a half ago. That's why you go to the movie theater to finger bang chicks, man. That's what it's all about. And now that doesn't exist anymore.
No, it does not.
Because they make bad movies for release on... What'd you think of Red Notice?
Kind of thought... the one
kind
thing
of was what I thought it was.
The only
not a good movie, but
it wasn't. It wasn't a good movie.
Yeah.
The only thing I liked about it was, you obviously know me, huge Rock fan. It wasn't centered around the Rock. Like he wasn't some just what I want to say. He wasn't a fucking superhero. You know what I mean? Like he got his ass kicked a couple of times. Like he's just a normal guy. And that's probably what I liked about it the most. And then Ryan Reynolds just being himself. I'd watch him.
He's funny.
He's
my kind of,
He's just a sarcastic ass. And
well, I didn't say that. I didn't get to, it's my kind of comedy that I like. I said, he's my kind of, and then you said he's a sarcastic ass.
You said it's my kind of funny.
Okay. But it kind of felt like you were saying that I was a sarcastic asshole. The way that played off.
Sometimes, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll take that.
Okay.
But to me, it was the movie that I thought it was. Yeah. That's exactly what I expected.
Yeah, it's a Netflix movie. It's not going to be any good.
Because it's not like, they're all fucking terrible. But what I don't understand is that Netflix makes. I mean, I didn't feel it. It's not terrible. It's not a bad movie to the fact that I felt like I wasted my time. I enjoyed it. It just wasn't in it,
It's not a good movie.
Yeah.
We like it.
It's enjoyable.
Yes.
Like, the zombie movie that you like is a fucking waste of time. It's terrible. Zack Snyder is awful. But here's what I don't understand about Netflix is they pump out these movies.
Uh-huh.
Now, granted, they're just trying to get eyeballs. I understand that, and that Red Notice did very well.
Yeah.
How are you spending $200 million on these fucking movies and making what you're making?
I know. Yeah.
I mean, you're spending budgets like what they spend to make the fucking Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah, on this movie.
On that. Like, that's a movie you could have made for like $50 million.
Yeah.
It didn't need to be.
No. Hell, the movie might have been just as good if you didn't have A-list actors.
Probably would have.
You know what I mean?
I feel like the only person you really needed was Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't need The Rock because he's a piece of shit.
Well,
and Gal Gadot is, she's okay. She's not like, I mean, there was nothing, like I didn't need that to be her.
No, it could have been really
It didn't bring anything to the table. It could have been any hot chick.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean.
Yeah, it being her just made me think of like.
Wonder Woman. The second one was terrible. First one was amazing. Yeah. Great movie. Second one.
Awful.
I don't need a minute and a half you flying a fucking plane through fireworks. But visually, I don't give a fuck. Let's move on with the movie. And your big payoff at the end was a fucking literal cat fight.
Yeah.
You set women back 50 years, Patty Jenkins. It's your fault.
Okay.
All right. Now on to, but that's just what Netflix,
yes.
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean.
Like if you're paying that kind of money.
Well, here's the thing that pisses me off now that I've found out. So you're paying that kind of money to make that movie, right? You're trying to get views.
Yeah.
You're making the fucking last season of Ozarks a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Take some of that money and give it to fucking Jason.
Yeah.
And say, how about you do a couple more seasons?
Yes, exactly. Fuck you guys. Don't make it a 2-parter to make it last longer to get you to watch it. Just make more seasons. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
And don't tell me it's like, well, he doesn't want to do anymore. I bet he would.
Yeah, if you
for
gave him
$30 million.
Yeah, I bet you if you give him some money, he would.
Because ain't people busting his door down. I mean,
it can't be that hard. It can't be that expensive to film something in fucking Ozark, Missouri.
Yeah. We're spending $200 million, yet the third season of fucking Mindhunter, it was too expensive.
Yeah.
Of like, oh yeah, this show that everybody seems to like.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you don't have an A-list actor in the thing, so it's not going to cost you a whole lot of money, guys.
What could it possibly cost you? Well, it's really expensive to shoot. How? You have like a prison scene with unknown actors playing fucking murderers.
Yeah.
What is expensive?
Yeah, I don't know. Dumb.
We should run Netflix too.
We should.
Along with the CFP.
And the NFL.
Yeah, I think the NFL's doing all right.
Good. They're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think they're doing pretty successful. They're getting all the eyeballs and all the money.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the NFL's fucking fixed and rigged and they're doing this and Goodell. It's like, one, on the Roger Goodell front, everybody's like, fucking Roger Goodell just iron fist in this league. And, you know, he's like, hey, you know, he works for the fucking owners, right?
Yeah.
They're like, well, Roger Goodell's doing this and he's telling these owners to do that. This is how he wants. Like, no. He works for them.
Yeah.
He makes $60 million a year because you're not smart enough to realize that. So you yell at him and not the fucking owners.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his job.
Yeah.
So if you start yelling at the owners, they're probably going to cut his pay.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, motherfucker.
Yeah, just boo me. I want my money.
If they start cheering you at the draft, we're knocking you down to $20 million a year.
Yeah.
Just telling you that right now.
Let you know that now.
All right. Well, the men's league has been
fun.
This is some weird segues, but that's what you come to expect with this show.
Yeah.
But it's just been fucking wild.
It's been awesome.
I don't understand. Because you just don't know.
Yeah.
Of
I
like,
know it.
What?
It's awesome.
Why the fuck are there so many 20-point spreads and then all of a sudden that team fucking won?
Yeah.
I mean.
How's there that many 20-point spreads and then the Lions and Steelers tie? Number one, why the hell is there a tie in the NFL?
That makes zero sense.
Why? I don't like it.
Fucking soccer. Everybody's like, well, fucking soccer always in ties. Well, the NFL just did.
Yeah.
And they did it again last year because the Bengals did it. And then.
Yeah. Why are we tying?
And I like that during that. They said this would be the first tie since last year. Of like, well, you started that sentence out like it was going to be like 15 years or something like that. No, it was last year. But I like the, play that.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do that, I like McAfee's thing of like just send the kickers out there, start at the fucking 35-yard line.
Do make sense.
You make it, we move back to the 40.
Yeah.
Then and just keep bumping it back until somebody misses, and then okay.
I know you're not really a big fan of the college proponent of it. I am, but you should tweak it. It should never go within the 10 because it's just stupid.
Right.
It needs to start at the 50, and as close as it gets is the 20.
Yeah.
And if you don't, and then it's just back and forth.
Yeah.
It's just back and forth. You make a field goal, you don't. Next team goes, it's over with.
The only thing
I don't like time. I think that's the dumbest thing.
The only thing I don't
there.
like is it's not football.
Okay.
You know, you've played this whole game.
You're not driving down the field.
Yeah,
is that what you mean?
Yeah, you've eliminated something off the books.
I gotcha. Well, they're already doing that with special
I'm okay
teams
with
anyway.
the 10-minute thing.
I don't like the time.
Each team gets a possession, and if you go that 10 minutes, then you can do that.
Okay, now that's what I would agree with that.
Hey, let's continue the game. And if at 10 minutes it doesn't get solved, then you can do that, and let's just end it.
Okay, I can get on board with that, but I feel like just having the time thing is dumb. I feel like you're taking me personally, I feel like you're kind of taking the game out of that because you're thinking, because then you're just rooting for a tie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, okay, well.
With that Steelers game, like 4 minutes into that overtime, he's like,
they're tied.
Well, this is going to be a fucking tie.
Yeah, there was
but I have to watch it just to make sure.
Exactly.
That for some reason on a 45-yard field goal, the guy only kicked it 27 fucking yards. Obviously, immediately got cut.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, exactly. Going into the overtime, I didn't think, one of these teams is going to win. Nobody thought that.
Well, and that's the other thing, and it's the fucking Steelers, man. I don't understand them. That they're, you don't have your quarterback. Mason Rudolph is horrible.
Oh, my God. The fact that he's still on the roster is stupidity.
That you have Najee Harris, and you get inside the 10-yard line on first down, and Mason Rudolph thrown in the rain 3 fucking times.
Why?
What are you doing?
Why? Najee Harris.
What are you doing?
He's averaging 3 yards a carry.
You're the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
That's been your whole existence is, hey, we got this big fucking back. When we get inside the 10-yard line, we're going to run it right down your fucking throat.
That's pretty much it.
Do that. If you don't make it on that, okay.
Okay.
But let's not have Mason fucking chucking the ball around.
Because he's fucking terrible.
If Ben was in there, you'd have ran it 3 times.
Exactly.
Why are we throwing the ball?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't even have your number 1 receiver anymore because he's out for the season dancing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But the fact that we still have ties in the NFL, because the Steelers are going to make the playoffs on a fucking tie.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to get in over somebody who has a loss.
I hope that Detroit doesn't win a fucking game. I hope they go 0-16-1 because that just is like, well, we weren't the first, we didn't win a game, but we also didn't lose 17 games.
Yeah.
We're the only team to lose 16 games and not have it be all of them. They're so bad.
They are.
The fact that the Steelers, but that is the Steelers though.
Oh yeah.
That's how they fucking play football. They'll go in, beat, they'll beat the Bucks.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And then do what they did against the Lions. That's just what they are. I watching after last Sunday's games, and then the Bill Belichick interview. Did you see? It was one of my favorite comments he's made. Did you hear? I don't know if you've heard it or not. It wasn't anything big. Yeah.
But the reporter asked, he goes, you guys always. He goes, it always seems like you guys struggle starting out, but you guys always finish the season really well. He goes, is that strategized? And Bill goes, well, believe it or not, we try to play our best football every game.
That's fucking great.
I was losing it. I'm like, yeah, but they don't purposely lose the first 4 games.
Me, I love that so much because I know in his mind that's how he just calls that guy a fucking moron.
Exactly.
Without saying it. Well, we try to win every game.
Yeah.
Dumbass. No, what I liked is like when they said something about the game, or when he comes in describing the game, he's like, it's a good team victory. The coaches did a good job and stuff like that. And then he goes, and also the players.
Yeah.
It's like a throwaway. Like, they're the ones out there playing, right? And I know your scheme is good,
They're pretty good.
But they're the ones that didn't let the other team fucking score.
I don't know how the Falcons have 4 wins.
Hey, guess what?
Huh?
They still got to pay Matt Ryan $45 million next year.
I think one of my favorite things was
Actually, I think it goes down to 28.
My favorite thing was Josh Rosen coming in and throwing a pick his very first play. It's like, dude, why did you think you were good?
Was he a number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a first-round draft pick.
He was a top 5 draft pick. I was starting to wonder if he was number...
I think he was pick 8.
Because the Cardinals picked him.
Yeah.
And then the next year they traded and so they get Kyler.
Yeah.
And because they traded to the Dolphins. The Dolphins picked Tua.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Well, they cut Rosen after the trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. You suck. Oh, man. But yeah, we're not good at picking football games anymore, I guess.
We had a good little run going there.
Yeah.
Now it's over.
Yeah.
We're bad again.
Bastards.
Russell Wilson's not good at football.
No.
He did play, though. He did play. His fucking... I said I wasn't going to do this today.
Don't do it then. Just move on. Move on.
Just what his wife said.
Yeah.
Why'd you put that tweet out? I know you've seen it.
I did not. I don't know what you're saying, but I know it's not good.
It was just, me and the kids are so proud of you for coming back and playing this game and good luck. Of like, what the fuck? He hurt his finger.
Yeah.
In an injury that literally heals itself.
Yeah.
Gruesome.
Gruesome.
But what do you, okay, let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
Take Russell Wilson's asshattery aside. What do you do with that team? Like, does Pete Carroll got to be shit canned?
Yeah.
And I assume Russell's going to kind of make that play to get out. And
yes,
if they don't fire Pete Carroll or if he doesn't resign, I assume he's going to pull that card of like, you need to trade me now.
Russell Wilson's gone, I think.
You think they blow up the whole thing?
Yeah. I think the owner comes in. I think John Schneider's is out. I think Pete Carroll's out. I think it's a whole swap.
Tear down.
Because John Schneider's tried to do the Rams situation of trade all of your draft picks for players. The only bad part is the Seahawks didn't get any players. They did. Their last first-round draft pick was Rashad Penny, who was projected to go in the 5th round. There's their last first-round draft pick.
That's a pretty bad job.
Yeah.
Pretty bad job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have nothing.
They have nothing.
You have DK Metcalf.
That's it.
And let's be honest, they reached to get him because he was really fucking fast. He's also known for not being able to catch the ball.
Yeah. Also, had a really good rookie year. I hadn't done shit.
Yeah.
I hadn't done shit.
I didn't even know Tyler Lockett was still in the fucking league.
They don't even use him anymore.
No.
Yeah, they're not good. They're not good.
Well, that's what they say. Well, they got DK Metcalf. That's really, they don't have any other weapons. Like, well, Tyler Lockett's been there 15 fucking years.
Yeah, pretty good. If there's a team that's made it off of having undersized receivers, it's the Seahawks. Them. And they just quit doing anything. They've ran through, number one, their offensive line has never been good. They've ran through more offensive. Nobody says it because it's Russell Wilson, so he kind of gets away with it. He's had more offensive coordinators than fucking Brian Tannehill.
Yeah.
You know, if some of these bad quarterbacks who's just had them run through, he's had more offensive coordinators than those guys.
Yeah.
He's had a ton of them. But nobody says anything because they've somehow to win.
Right.
That's it. Off of pure talent, because Russell Wilson's a piece of shit, but he wins.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've never questioned his football talent.
No.
I just question his piece of shittery.
Yeah. But so I think it's a whole scrap rebuild. I don't know if you want to call it a rebuild because they have nothing to rebuild on. But, I mean, I think it's a complete teardown.
Well, I mean, I assume, because I got to assume the Saints cap gets a little better this year. I got to assume Russell Wilson ends up in New Orleans.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because obviously Chicago's out.
Yeah.
But New Orleans, like, put him with Sean Payton. I think they can figure it out.
Yeah.
They got to figure out the Michael Thomas thing. I assume they're cutting him.
I would assume that too.
But because I think the Drew cap hit will be gone, and the salary cap situation should be better.
It's better.
But Seattle just like, hey, it's not there anymore. You had your window.
It's closed.
You won 1 out of 2. If you'd have ran the ball, you'd have had 2.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah, I think it's a complete teardown rebuild.
Because Russell's what? He's in his 30s, yeah?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
he's, you know.
I think he's 31, 32 maybe.
Yeah, so he's at the, hey, you got one contract to win again with this guy because he's probably not, the way he plays,
Yeah,
he
he's
ain't
not-
playing until 42.
No,
he takes a
no.
shit ton of hits. I mean,
if he would last till 36, I would be shocked.
I see him more as a Big Ben where it's like, you know, like you have Rodgers and Brady and them playing in, that'll play into their 40s. And like Big Ben, they're like, he needs to stop. He's 37.
Yeah, exactly.
Him and Rodgers, same fucking age.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, and one of them looks like he's falling apart because he just held on to, you know, he was so big he could just take the hits and keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
And Russell kind of takes a lot of hits, but he's not that. I mean, I guess he's thick, what his wife says.
Mm-hmm. 2 C's.
Hey.
I feel if you get Russell Wilson, if you can just protect him, because he's never had an offensive line. He's just been able to scramble. That's it.
Right.
And when he holds the ball in too long, he ends up getting hit a lot. I don't see Seattle keeping anybody. That's just my personal thought. I could be completely wrong.
I feel like they need to do that because Russell obviously wants out. He wanted out last year, and you know they're just trying to keep it okay for the fans, I guess. But if you're a fan of Seattle and bought that shit that Russell wasn't asking to be traded, come on, that's on you.
Yeah,
I'll tell you the one that's interesting to me. One, because Pittsburgh's probably going to need a quarterback. Because I assume Ben's going to be done.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're going to do in Cleveland. Like, if Russell Wilson's out there, do you get him and ship Baker out and have Russell carry it for 4 more years while you find another guy?
Yeah. You're going to have to find somebody because he's not the guy.
You either got to get Russell Wilson or, you know, like an Aaron Rodgers, you know, one of the big name guys that's coming available. Which might go to that team if you still had Odell, they would definitely probably look at going to the Browns. So you have a really good defense, an amazing offensive line, and 2 stud running backs.
Yeah. And an up-and-coming one. You don't have 3.
Yeah. But if you can't get those, then you got to give Baker $30 million a year.
Yeah. The only way...
That's your options.
The only way Baker doesn't get the $30 million is if they sit down and say, hey, we can't re-sign anybody else if you take this.
I think he tells them to go fuck themselves because he can make 25 a year anywhere.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, and lose.
Half the teams are going to pay him that because he's won a playoff game. That's you know.
Yeah.
I know Tim Tebow did too, but he's actually playing. You know,
he's actually playing the quarterback position,
and it's a bad offense for him. That run, the offense at Cleveland run is not a good offense for Baker Mayfield. It is. He's more of an air raid.
I think so. Get the ball out quick.
He would be. Not as fast as Kyler Murray, but I think you'd be shocked at how close their passing numbers would be if he was in Arizona.
I could kind of get behind
because
that.
They're kind of that.
You can kind of get behind
their
that.
Their passing game's the same, and Baker's wily enough to move around in the pocket.
The more I'm carrying off of what you're saying. The more I watch the Browns play, and from watching Baker in college to watching him now, he's lost that edge.
Yeah.
Everybody liked Baker because he was a cocky asshole.
Right.
He has confidence. He said, I want to go to the Browns. I want to win with Cleveland. Basically said, I want to see if I can do it. I think I'm good enough to turn this around.
And he is.
And he is. He's good enough to do that. But you're not letting him loose.
Right.
So that can weigh on you. You're not letting me be a quarterback.
Well, he's not playing.
Yeah, that's also a thing too.
Baker Mayfield had the greatest week against Cincinnati. He's the most efficient quarterback of the season. Had 14 completions.
Yeah.
They ran the fucking ball. I mean, that's
fine.
That's their offense.
Which is fine. But you can pay Case Keenum to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're just going to run that and you're running he's not a play action quarterback. That's just not what he is.
No, and I just feel like that offense has taken away his edge.
Actually, to me, if I'm another coach or GM looking at that, knowing that he's not a play action quarterback, but he's doing it and not saying a fucking word, that means more to me of like, hey, team's winning. If he hands the ball off 30 times a game and only throws it 20, seems like he's okay with doing that.
Yeah.
That's, it's a lot of quarterbacks won a lot of fucking games that way.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams. I know we said this past season, the offseason is going to be wild because there's a lot of, but it wasn't because everybody ended up signing everybody, so it wasn't as wild. But I think you're going to see a lot of new faces on different teams by trade.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're going to see it because, again, people are going to stop going into the old way of doing things and start copying what the Rams are doing.
Yeah.
The teams who are just right there are going to start doing that.
Yeah.
That's my personal feeling.
Yeah, I mean, think so.
Saints, if they have a quarterback, they're right there. They have all the pieces. Their defense is pretty solid. Finally, they have a decent running back to back up Alvin Kamara. Finally, Mark Ingram's back. So now you have a guy who can go downhill, and then you have Alvin Kamara who pretty much does everything. You put a quarterback in there, you're right in there again.
Here's my one with the Cincinnati thing, and I think Andrew Berry's done a fantastic job in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
And I say Cincinnati?
Yes.
I meant to say New Orleans.
Yeah.
And because New Orleans made an offer to trade for Odell, and they shot it down because it wasn't enough, and then a week later you cut him and paid him $4.5 million.
Yeah.
Those problems were already there.
Yeah.
If they offered you, fifth rounder's not enough, or even if it was a sixth rounder, get rid of him.
Get rid of him.
They're taking the contract.
Yeah, they're taking
That's what you're getting rid of.
Don't know why.
I don't know why he doesn't fit in your. You could have just went and asked your coach.
Yeah.
Are you having to run plays for Odell, or is he part of the offense? No, we have to specifically run plays for him because he didn't really fit with what we're doing.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So why would you not just trade him?
Mm-hmm.
The whole city wanted him gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I don't understand why, because until that last week, he hadn't done anything.
No.
He's actually been the best teammate that he's ever been.
Doesn't say a word.
And then his fucking dad sends that video out, and it's all like, he was still showing up to practice.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't say a word. I watched the Jay Glazer clip talking about that. Did you watch that on McAfee's show? Of saying that Odell wanted to be in LA for a while.
Yeah.
When he got traded he said when he got traded to the Browns originally, he texted me and told me that he was traded to the Browns, and he goes, Jay, you got to help me get to the Rams. He's like, I want to be in LA. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, that's not how this works." This is the NFL.
You tell me where you're going, and then I tell everybody. Just not.
So, but that's he thrived in New York because he's a big name guy.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
Mm-hmm. Whether you make that catch or not, you're a superstar.
That's who he is.
He has a lot of followings because he's really good at football.
Yeah,
if you just give him a chance. But he has because of the video.
Yeah,
he has a reputation now.
Yeah, and then that's a bad thing is
you
get signed by the Rams and fucking Woods tears his ACL on a fast Friday.
Yeah,
it's not even full speed practice. This is an in and out kind of glorified walkthrough.
I'm assuming he was just running a normal route, and fell
at 3/4 speed, half speed.
Probably planted wrong.
Yep,
or came down wrong. One of the two.
Because that's the. And everybody's like, but they got Odell. He can just plug in. They don't play the same position.
No,
just because you catch passes, that's not the same position.
Not at all.
Like Woods is an amazing blocker.
Yeah.
On the outside. So when you throw that little swing out to Cooper Kupp and that receiver down there blocking that guy 15 yards down the field, that's
Robert
Woods.
Yeah. And he's the
not
one
that
who,
Odell doesn't do that, but he's not a slot guy.
No.
He's a deep thret guy.
Woods is your across the middle guy too, along with Kupp. Now I'm not saying Kupp doesn't do that, but he's your other one that goes across the middle.
Because you were getting Odell because Cooper Kupp's your best.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Woods is over the linebackers.
Yep.
And Odell takes top off.
Yeah. Yep.
So now you have
everything.
What are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And then it just right down the.
Yeah.
That is one of those things. It's like every time that happens, like a big deal, some other key piece goes away instantly.
I tell you what, did you see the clip of George Kittle just pancaking Von Miller?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. Just gets right inside the shoulder pads and puts him right on his fucking ass on this little outside stretch. It was freaking awesome.
I like George Kittle.
Oh, I do too. You could tell now. You could tell that. I'm not defending Von Miller because he got put on his fucking ass, but you could tell that he was trying to get rid of the block and had no intention of. He's trying to string it out and do his job.
Trying to set his edge.
Yes, and it
looks bad.
He got on his heels.
But he did what he...
Oh, yes. He got put on his fucking ass big time. It wasn't both fired out at each other and Kittle put him on his ass. But still, you got put on your fucking ass by a tight end, buddy.
It's one of those things like a lot of people know, like when they'll see a defensive end get taken down, it's like, well, he's getting destroyed. It's like, no, he got 3 yards upfield, and he said it like that running back has to go inside. That's his job.
Yeah.
That's just, he did his job.
He did his job. Yeah, exactly.
It's not to make the tackle, it's to force him inside. But boy, when it goes wrong, it can look bad.
It looked bad too. It looked so bad. I'm like, oh God, that's bad.
I wonder what they said to each other afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, Vaughn had to be going, this is fucking going to light me up in film.
Yeah, exactly.
Light me up in films.
It's funny.
I don't know what else happened. Well, the Bengals play this week. Denver's just,
They are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're just getting, hey, can we get to January already so we can call it a day?
I think they're firing everybody too.
They should. And I know a lot of fans out in Denver and stuff like that are clinging to the Aaron Rodgers thing. He ain't fucking
No, he's
going
not going
there.
there. He's not going there. You're getting a quarterback. You're trading for a quarterback. It's just not Aaron Rodgers.
No.
It's Russell Wilson, in my personal opinion.
It's not, because no quarterback's going to agree to go there because their team is garbage. They got nothing.
They have a lot of pieces.
No, they don't.
They have a lot of pieces.
If they had a lot of pieces, they wouldn't be a fucking shit franchise.
Well, they're not a shit franchise.
I know.
Let's back it up now. Hey, fighting words.
What have you done for me lately? And won anything since Peyton Manning? He just went in the Hall of Fame, so it's at least been 5 years.
It has been 5 years. It's been 5 years in the
Exactly.
So, there's pieces there.
Yeah, but nothing that is. There's not pieces there that's going to draw a mid-30s quarterback down there. There's nothing there.
I agree and I disagree at the same time. Like
They're not ready. They're not ready.
They're not ready to go win a Super Bowl.
They're not They're not They're not an Aaron Rodgers away from winning a Super Bowl. They're not a Russell Wilson away from winning.
And I agree with you 100%.
So basically, it'd be, and it's hard to do because of the frenzy of the tampering period or whatever. Like so much shit happens that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to make so much happen in that 3 days to even think about trading for one of those guys.
Yeah.
Like you have to lot. And then how are you going to sign these free agents going, well, we think we're going to get Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. Well, they don't have a lot of free agents to sign. Like there's only 2 that are unrestricted.
Right.
So, and one's Cortland Sutton and one's Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick's having a better year. You're probably keeping him. You're probably letting Cortland Sutton go.
Yeah.
They're kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
One stays healthier, one doesn't.
Your only chance would be at Rodgers is if it's a guarantee that Devontae would sign.
The only way
that would be your only like, are you going to sign Devontae? If not, then don't even.
So here's my scenario, and this is just me being trying to be a fan, but trying to be realistic at the same time.
Right.
I think Kirk Cousins is coming to Denver. To be 100% honest with you, because I think
continue to make more money than any fucking quarterback has ever made.
You're Peyton, the GM, is a Vikings guy for 10 years.
Yeah.
Knows him. 2, Zimmer's getting fired.
Yes.
That's my personal
feeling.
They're
blowing up that team. Which
so
sucks for Jefferson.
It does.
That sucks.
Yeah. It sucks for Dalvin Cook because he's still a pretty good running back.
Yeah.
But I think that's where the 13 draft picks that they have, I think that's the package. Because if you remember when he was a free agent to go to the Vikings, Denver was in on that conversation.
Right. But he's a little older. He's a little older.
Yeah, and I like Kirk Cousins. I mean, he's a fiery. I think he's the quarterback.
He is an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
Everybody else that anybody else lists off, those are superstars.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins is an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
He does exactly what somebody who you think's a starter in the NFL would be.
Yeah.
Outside of 3 other guys.
Yes. And so that's where I would put my money. If there's a quarterback they're going to go trade for, I think it's him.
Yeah.
Because it's more reasonable.
Yeah, because you're not getting the other one.
No, you're not. You don't have enough, and you're not good enough to give that much either. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not good enough to give up the 3 first rounders.
Because if you're trading for like say a Rodgers or a Wilson, like those guys have like 1 year left on their deals, and they're not re-signing with you. They're just not.
Yeah, and the way, and I go back to the offseason because when we talked about the whole Deshaun Watson thing, Denver was up in there in the conversation of trading.
Yeah.
Now, were they? Nobody fucking knows. They probably weren't, but they were mentioned because they're the only one of the teams that didn't have a fucking quarterback. They could be in that sweepstakes again if you end up finding out what the hell's going on with that situation.
Yeah.
That's another possibility, too. I don't know, though. But I think if I had to put money on it, if you're saying that they're trading for a quarterback, I think it's him more than the other 2 that we mentioned.
My crazy quarterback deal
Mhm.
and I'm not even a fan of the team,
Yeah.
but I think it would be interesting, and the people of this state would be ecstatic.
Okay.
What if Cleveland traded for Rodgers and then signed Devontae
Yeah.
with what they got?
Yeah.
And Rodgers has the juice to walk in, tell Stefanski, "Hey,
Fuck off. I got this.
We're gonna run the ball because
Yeah. They run the ball in Green Bay. I mean,
yeah. But your offense is garbage. Like
Mhm.
we're gonna run the ball,
I'll show
and then
you.
I'm gonna do my thing with these.
Yeah.
Oh, you saying I get Devontae and Jarvis Landry and Austin Hooper and
Yeah.
if you just pluck those two players and put them on Cleveland, you go, that team won a fuck Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's how close Cleveland is.
Yeah. I don't think that's happening.
No, no.
No, I don't think that's happening
next
at all.
place he goes is somewhere warm.
Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. If I would have said this, if LA didn't trade for Stafford, they were trading for Rodgers the next year.
Yeah.
That was my personal thought. I don't know where Rodgers goes other than
I assume he stays in Green Bay. I think they've seen enough Jordan Love to know that he's not ready.
Mhm.
But then again, if they're going to agree to let Rodgers out, if they don't try to if they don't re-sign Devontae,
then if they don't try to re-sign Devontae, then Rodgers is gone.
No, we're not going down this again.
I'm just not going to play. Yeah.
Well, you be ready to make some picks?
I think so.
No, that was I think I reiterated that last time that Joe Burrow's getting on the
the interception.
Hey, you're throwing a lot of fucking interceptions, pal.
All right, let's get to the pickup.
FanDuel NFL odds. FanDuel needs to pay us more.
I wish they sponsored us. That'd be cool. I don't think
not
they
even
would,
really
though.
legal in this state.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they would.
Because that's one thing we do. Like, obviously, I use their spreads and stuff because it's easy to find. Because one thing, finding NFL spreads,
it's hard.
Because everybody puts it in article form.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, I'm not reading your fucking article. Just give me the numbers.
And ESPNs aren't the same as Vegas.
No,
it's weird. Like, why wouldn't they just be the same?
Yeah. Who's you? You guys are paying people to handicap. You don't take bets.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get them off the internet like everybody else does. Is it your turn to give me first or my turn?
I'll give you first.
Okay.
I'm going real shitty right off the bat. Okay?
Super.
We didn't talk about this, but thank God Cam Newton's back in Carolina.
That was when he ripped that fucking helmet off.
I love Cam Newton.
Back.
I love him so much. I'm glad he's back. So I'll give you the Washington football team going to Carolina. The football team +3.
I'm going to take Carolina -3. Cam Newton, anytime touchdown scorer.
Nice. I agree with that. I like I said, big fan of Cam Newton.
Cam Newton's first game in Carolina
against Ron
scoring
Rivera.
The fucking football.
Yeah, against Ron Rivera.
Yeah.
Not that they hate each other or anything, but
it's because Ron Rivera came out and said, "Look, if Cam didn't get hurt, he's probably still the quarterback there, and I'm still the coach."
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, like, they spin that narrative of, like, hey, you realize, like, Ron Rivera he was already fired when they cut Cam Newton.
Yeah,
But a lot of people think that in their mind, like, the coach that got rid of Cam Newton.
Nope. He was gone before that.
They shit canned him.
Cam Newton and McCaffrey were both hurt.
Yeah.
That means you don't win games.
Yeah. What a terrible signing on Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
When people do that.
I don't like it.
It's like, hey, you're letting this guy touch the ball 38 times a game. You can't wrap your whole offense around because he ain't going to make it.
It's the bad part with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry now is never going to be the same.
No.
He's not. You're going to see him miss games every now and then now because of the foot injury. All right, my turn. Give me one.
Packers at Vikings. Packers are -1.5.
Oh, I'll take the Pack all day.
That's a weird spread.
It is.
I think I gave that to you because it seems like an easy pick.
Yeah, but it's like...
But it's why is it that low?
Because Aaron Rodgers is on the fence still. He's questionable. I think it's...
His toe?
He's playing. Yeah, he's playing, but I think that's why...
He practiced twice. Like,
it's Aaron Rodgers.
We didn't practice all week. Looked okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Out for 10 fucking days.
Uh-huh. All right. Let's give you... This one's a tough one, but I like it. Colts at the Bills. Colts are +7.
Ugh. Boy, I'd like that to be 7.5.
I know it.
You know?
I know what you mean.
It's just like,
yeah. Because you want to pick the Colts because the Bills haven't.
I do.
Because they're kind of trending in opposite ways right now.
I'm not going to. I'm going to take the Bills at -7 because they've got to turn it on at some point in time.
Yeah, and they're back at Orchard Park. So.
Now if that hook was there, I'll probably take the Colts. But that 7 is a bad number. I'm going to give you, speaking of shit, Saints at Eagles.
Oh.
Eagles are -2.5.
Let's go Philly. Let's go Philly.
Let's go Flowers.
Let's go Flowers.
Flower power.
Let's go Flowers.
Dude, we've been building that.
I tell you what, man. I watched the Denver game and the Eagles last week, and it was just atrocious. But the Eagles are not bad.
No, they're not. I mean, they're not
just
good,
they're
but
just
they're not
inconsistent.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts can win some fucking games.
I know people still like to shit on this and that. And like Jalen Hurts, an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
Like he's winning games.
Yeah, he's good.
With a shit roster.
Oh God, yeah.
And a coach that may be good or maybe
slightly autistic.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it, but yeah. And I don't know why I held back there. Usually I'm the one that takes it the extra fucking mile. All right. My turn to it's your turn to give me.
Yeah, I do you now.
Ooh.
Let's go with your Cincinnati Bengals going to the Raiders, and the Bengals are -1.
I'm going to take the Bengals -1 because have to.
Yeah,
they have to win this game.
They have to win now. Yep.
And the Raiders, you just don't know. I don't know.
The AFC West is terrible.
Fucking weird.
Like
should be great.
They're a game and a half away from me, or they're a game apart. Denver's last and is a game away from number 1.
Yeah,
that's it. It's weird.
Well, until I think the Bengals are still in last. No, they're in third.
They're third now. Cleveland's last. Yeah.
At 6-4 or 5-5. They under 500? I thought they were all above 500.
No, I think with them getting beat last week, they put them under.
Did it?
Yeah. I think. All right. Now, I give you one or you give me one?
I give you one.
Okay.
Cowboys at Chiefs. That's a fucked up game. 2.5. Cowboys are getting 2.5. I don't know because I don't know who the Chiefs are. I'd like to say you'd know more about the Chiefs, except the Raiders decided to, hey, your two best guys, we're going to do them one-on-one and see if you can beat us. Well, they fucking can.
Yeah, they can. I think you're going to see Dallas win. I'm going to go Dallas.
I'm okay with that. I feel like everybody listening is making bets opposite after the last fucking week. I won one game last week, and I think you won two.
Mm-hmm.
So
the 2.5 gets me because
don't
the
get
Chiefs
your legs
can win.
broke for what we're doing.
Yeah,
is what we're saying.
Like I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a close one.
Yeah.
All righty. Here's your game. This one's interesting because we don't know if Big Ben's playing. So I'm going to give you Steelers at the Chargers. Steelers are +5.5.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with the Chargers.
I don't either.
And I don't think the Steelers are that any good.
No. If Rudolph's playing, Chargers by a mile.
Yeah.
I
think I'm going to take the Chargers
minus the 5.5.
Here's one thing, too. You glanced at the Steelers' schedule to close this season?
It's a bitch.
It is.
It's a bitch.
They got some fucking problems.
Yeah, they do.
Which is why I should have picked, because I think Ben's probably going to play.
I would assume so, too.
But he's got to
pass the tests.
Or 10 days.
Yeah.
But I think the 10 days wouldn't get him to Sunday
night.
Yeah, so he's got
to take the two negatives.
Which, saying Ben's not playing, I'm taking the Chargers.
Yep.
Subject to change.
You can't change.
I can.
I'm typing it up.
It's my fucking show.
Oh, now we're doing that.
Well, last week you said it wasn't your.
Fuck this show. Hit end.
Yeah, that's right. It's over now.
It's over now.
You didn't want to take any credit last week. Didn't want to stand next to me taking all the fucking bullets. Not that we were taking any. Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Everybody agreed.
Yeah.
Coach K's a piece of shit. Thought I was going to say the other guy, didn't you?
Yeah.
Forgot about the Coach K rant.
I did. It was nice.
I see Jim Boeheim said he's retiring again. Coach K's probably calling him.
Yeah.
Hey, motherfucker, this is my year.
Yeah.
All right. I need to give you. Let's see. Man,
Come on.
tough picks.
Come on.
Just give it to me.
Come on.
All right, Dolphins at Jets. Dolphins -3.5. It's a lot of points to be given if you're the Dolphins.
Jets, Jets.
You take the Jets?
I'm taking the Jets. Joe Flacco. Starting? Yes. Jets +3.5. Nobody do this game. Okay, nobody take this
do
bet.
not.
Please, God, don't.
I just gave him
bet.
that because I was upset. We're over it now.
No, we can all be forgiven.
Actually, what was taking me so long is because we went a couple weeks there where we're giving like 10 and 12 point spread, and it's just like, what are we fucking doing?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna give you this one. Should be easy, but I'm gonna give you Ravens at Bears. Ravens are -6. You gonna take the Bears?
I just remembered Mack's gone for the season.
Who?
Khalil Mack.
Oh yeah,
out for the season now. I'm gonna take the Ravens -6. I don't like it. I kind of wanted to take the Bears there, but I just can't. You know,
nobody can.
It's one of those things of like, I'm not going to be shocked if Bears win that fucking game. Because the Ravens are another. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. All right, give me my last game.
Cardinals Seahawks. Cardinals are -1.5. That's another one because I don't know that if Kyler and them. I'm going to assume they bench Kyler because after this game they have a bye week, and why wouldn't you just let him have 2 weeks off?
I'm probably going to take the Seahawks at the +1.5.
Yeah, I think Russell should complete a pass this week.
Probably be nice.
Sure, the teams would like it.
They would. All righty. That wraps up the old picking session.
Wraps up the pick.
Yes, sir.
That was loud. It was
loud.
I might as well just throw my fucking phone down there. Ba-bang.
Oh, man.
So you got any, we never do that with college. What do you think happens like Ohio State, Michigan State? 10?
I was going to say 12 for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was thinking like I don't know.
Yeah.
42-30. Like,
I buy that.
Like that. Because you're not going to stop Kenneth Walker.
No, he's going to get 100.
Your run defense isn't very good.
102 tuds.
Yeah.
And if
Easily.
he does that against Ohio State, I feel like he
Probably
gets a Heisman. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's my feeling. I think it's going to be a 12. It's not going to be your normal, it could be 29.
And here's the one that, that since both of us are kind of in that same realm of, I can see that. It's probably Ohio State's going to win 57-3.
Exactly.
And, Kenneth Walker's going to rush for 26 yards on 15 carries.
Or it's going to be 21-20 or something like that. I mean, but yeah, that 10 to 12 range for some reason I feel like it's pretty reasonable. With the way that the Ohio State kicker's fucking going, you don't know if it's going to be fucking kicking phenomenally.
This is a weird one because the way Ohio State is with their defense and stuff, I could see Ohio State winning by 25 or getting beat.
Yeah.
Which is I think they're going to blow them out or they might lose.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of how I feel with them right now.
That's what I felt like with Purdue.
Yeah.
Like last week, I'm like, well, they're either going to lose or they're going to just beat the shit out of them. I don't think it's going to be a close game either way.
Yeah. So that's, we'll see what happens.
Yes, we will.
All right. Give us a follow on Twitter if you're not already. Don't be an asshole.
We're pretty funny.
At Wideside Sports.
1.
At Wideside Sports 1.
Is it?
Shouldn't be.
Thought there was a.
Can't tell me there's another Wideside Sports out there.
You're right. It is. Yeah, just Wideside Sports. Sorry, I thought there was a 1.
Everybody just knows we're 1. Number 1.
What does it take to be?
Yeah, we don't say a lot of offensive stuff on there, but we just make fun of people.
Yeah, we're good at it.
Yeah, but we do.
But we
not really. We're not really good at it.
No,
and we tend to forget about it a lot. Though we've been better as of late.
Yeah.
Other than that, tell your friends.
Have a good week.
All right.
And
Hit
weekend.
Wideside.